Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to another video on the Beef Plays channel, and today guys we're going to be covering a whole video inside of Fishing Simulator about leaks of the game and what certain images can relate to other games such as Sea of Thieves. So Sea of Thieves is a game where you can hunt, you can attack other ships, you can also fish, you can hunt the just megalodons and other bosses within the game. There's a lot of things that is in common with Sea of Thieves, and other YouTubers who have also recorded Fishing Simulator has also said that it's very relatable. So looking at the screenshot that has been released 2 days ago on the Discord, that was pretty much somebody standing there looking at a ship that is slightly tilted inside of the water, and obviously in the background there is another island, but we'll get to that in later through this video. So the ship is slightly tilted in the water. That gives us the impression that something is wrapped around it. So it could be a Kraken, it could be just the megalodon like we've seen in Fishing Simulator when someone spawned in an oversized boss. So again, that brings a lot of conspiracy on the game. So I know that some people will and will not agree with this, but it could possibly be a Kraken that can somehow wrap its body around the ship and kind of bring it down into the water, slowly damaging it the longer it is there. Okay, so as you can see, the Kraken is wrapping itself around the ship and slowly bringing it down, and you have to be careful and you have to hit the boss over to be able to obviously take it out. So again, that brings us a lot of conspiracy on kind of Sea of Thieves and Fishing Simulator. Obviously they're two different completely games, apart from they're both incredibly good. Obviously Fishing Simulator is related on the fishing side, and Sea of Thieves is more related to the pirates and fighting each other, more of a PvP kind of atmosphere. Okay, so that leads us to the kind of aspect of it could be a oversized kind of shark, megalodon, whatever you want to call it, that we saw on Carbon Mice's video, showing that it could be a megalodon that kind of hits the boat and it kind of sends like a shockwave, so it kind of collapses underneath the water. You never know. I'm sure that Roblox does not actually have any kind of thing to make it kind of look kind of realistic on like the fall of the water, but let's assume, definitely considering this is kind of like a video on kind of seeing the ideas in what Sea of Thieves has with Fishing Simulator, and what we could see lots of stuff coming from Sea of Thieves over to Fishing Simulator. Okay, so Spine has released one of the images inside of his Discord of one of the pets that could be added, and necessarily probably change a lot since then. So again, that brings back a lot to Sea of Thieves, because Sea of Thieves is obviously a pirate game. They have parrots, they have monkeys that sit on your shoulder, whatever. They've got a lot of stuff, so I guess that they could probably try and get some let's say parrots that can fetch you stuff from the water. Just these little ideas that kind of could come to life in this game if they manage to get the kind of thing going. Obviously it'll take a lot of scripting, but you never know. They could be adding chimpanzees, those little monkey shoulders, I'm not too sure what they're called, different kind of parrots, outfits to parrots. You never know, like little hats or stuff like that. You never know what could be added when there's a lot of similarities. Obviously I'm not saying that Fishing Simulator is anything like Sea of Thieves, but they just have little things in the game that kind of gives it that feel, and what they could potentially add to just make the game a bit more waterfied and a bit more pirate-fied, if that makes sense, even though it's a fishing game, and I understand that. But I mean, some of these things could really improve the game. So obviously, as you know, there is going to be a boss coming. It says it down in the comments, future updates and everything like that. So you never know, it could potentially turn into a bit more pirate-fied kind of game from the original game of Fishing Sim, because you can hunt sharks now. You can do a lot more things than what you couldn't have done about, well, when the game first came out. Okay, so there is going to be an island coming soon, and looking at the image Spinaz uploaded, it does show a kind of like a mountain kind of fied island, obviously, but it doesn't look anything like we have inside of the game. Okay, they could have added it to just give it a bit more effect of just bringing it to life, the image, putting something in the background, giving it a bit more of a scenery. But looking at the image, it kind of, I want to say it looks like a kind of grass hill kind of area, but it could potentially be like a snow island. You never know, you just have to use your imagination at that point, because at the end of the day, we don't know what it's going to look like because it's not too clear in the image. We can only give it our best shot to figure out what could be added and kind of expand that idea to see, you know, what's going to be added on the day. But I mean, again, this kind of revolves around Sea of Thieves, a little bit more of the kind of stuff that could potentially be added in the game at a later date. So obviously, the game Sea of Thieves, it's not really relatable to the game at all, so don't get me wrong, but I mean, there's some similarities in that those little things that just could make the game so much more fun to play, and everyone would play it at that point. But overall, they've done really well on the game, don't get me wrong, but it's just little things that could be added and ideas within other games such as Sea of Thieves that could really enhance the game, and it could really do really well. Okay, so guys, we're going to do a little bit of shark hunting. We're going to see if we can find an egg. So we're not having too much luck on eggs at the minute, so that is very unfortunate, but we should try and get some eggs anyway, because, okay, our luck isn't doing too well at the moment after we sold an egg. I think the game doesn't like us. But if you're still watching this video, I like to give you a little tip so you don't feel so down about not getting an egg. So 1 out of 1,000 chance of getting the egg. Okay, that sounds a little too rare, but it's not 1,000 every. So let's say if you kill a shark, you don't have so 1 out of 1,000. So if you kill a shark, it'll be 999. It doesn't work like that. You have 1 chance out of 1,000 to be able to get it. So every shark has 1,000 chance of getting it. 1 in 1,000 chance of getting it. So if I hit this shark has 1 in 1,000 of dropping the egg. So I mean, for some of you it may not make sense, but every shark has 1 out of 1,000 chance of doing it. So I'm terrible at maths, but for example, let's say if you got a pizza and one of them has, I don't know, one of them has, let's say, the Beef Plays merch on it, okay? So 1 pizza slice has the Beef Plays merch on it, and there's 5 slices. You have 1 out of 5 in every single piece to get the Beef Plays merch on it. That's like every single shark. So each shark has 1 out of 5 to be able to get the egg, for example, but instead it's what, let's say 1 out of 1,000 has the Beef Plays merch on it, okay? So you have to try and hit every single shark, and 1 out of 1,000 chance of getting it, you could potentially get an egg. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. I tried doing some maths, but I mean, I'm not too good at maths. So that kind of shows you the kind of idea on how rare it is, but some people do get it like every other try. I don't really know what to say about that. That kind of makes me triggered, but again, it's you know, just one of those kind of things. But guys, if you're still watching this video, make sure you do like and subscribe and comment, because I mean, by now most people would click off the video. So if you're still watching it, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, because obviously there's something in this video that you guys did enjoy. Wait, surely the sharks would have be extinct by now. We've kind of killed too many. Way too many. Like, there's people who kill like 70,000 in a week. I can't really say that that's true, but I mean, it's possible. Everything's possible. So let's do this. Everything's possible until you manage to get it. Everything's impossible until you manage to get it, and then it's possible. So I mean, everyone will say that the egg is very difficult to get. Yes, it is, okay? It is very difficult to get, don't get me wrong, but if you think about it, it's only impossible until you manage to get it. So if you think about it in that way, just keep your luck up, and you never know, you may get an egg. So I haven't actually got an egg inside of a video yet, actually shark hunting then getting an egg inside of a video, so I might have to do some live streams to see if we can actually get one inside of a live stream, because that would be awesome to be able to, you know, show you guys that it's actually real and not taking my word for it. Okay, obviously it is real because a lot more people are actually getting it now than before. So if you think about it like that, I mean, it's definitely, oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I just cut him off there. Right, so there's some over there. Let's go grab this. Let's go yeet. And let's take it over here as well. Okay, so we have tons of meat in our inventory. We don't really want that. We just want to keep grinding away. Okay, I was about to sing some that Diamonds parody or something. That was going to be very embarrassing. Right, okay guys, so I think we're going to leave this video here. I hope you did enjoy. So it's kind of like an ideas on other kind of related games and kind of expanding on those ideas. So guys, make sure you leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.